for what's ahead. And I think we've certainly fared better now than we would have if the pandemic had hit us before.
I couldn't agree more, Mark.
I know, going back to Reliance, one of the great business stories in history, your father founded Reliance Industries, and he has just this incredible legacy here in India. And I've read that he once held up a postcard in his office and said, if every Indian could speak with each other at the cost of this postcard, where will India be? And your father clearly had a vision for where things were heading in the country. And because today Indians can communicate with one another for less than the cost of a postcard. And that's what we've tried to do with messaging, and hopefully we can do that together with payments and make it so that people can use India's new UPI system, which I think is just great. It's a tremendous public good that the government has put out there. But I'm curious, before we get into UPI and more on that, I'm curious, what's the most important thing that you learned from your father and his legacy that has helped you build these just amazing businesses and get to where they are today?
So, Mark, thank you for those kind words on my father, right? Just so that when he motivated us in 2000 in terms of saying, can you make voice at the cost of a postcard, right? In 2020, right? We're very proud that Jio has pioneered free voice. So all like 400 million people, and that's a tribute to his vision, are on our network have free voice. And as you said, my father was a son of a school teacher. Right? He came to Mumbai with just 1,000 rupees in 1960 and established Reliance with a belief that I will invest in businesses of the future and I will invest in talent. And for all the young people at Reliance and across India, I repeat, my learnings in terms of building Reliance, in terms of really three basic tenets, right? One is for entrepreneurs, it's important to have courage and self-belief. And there can be no better person to demonstrate that in the last couple of decades than you yourself, Mark. So, all of us believe that, we have to believe in ourselves, right? And all of us know as entrepreneurs that we don't succeed at the first attempt. And self-belief comes to you when you fail. And self-belief increases your confidence when you succeed. So courage and self-belief is something that I always tell entrepreneurs, that remember that's important. The second piece that he started and he's instilled into all of us, right, is that while you succeed, it's important to always have empathy and creativity in everything that you do. And by empathy, I mean put yourself in the other's shoe and make sure that how you make them feel is how you would want to feel. And, at Reliance, we do that at many levels now. We care for our employees, our investors, society, environment, and above all, national interest, India. And, within creativity, and I always give this example in terms of saying that when Reliance needed to grow, right, capital markets were not there. It was 1980s. And my father came up by saying, I will actually share shares of Reliance, which was never done in the private sector. And in the 80s, right, the first AGM of Reliance was in a football ground. And we had 60,000 shareholders. So when you and I both do annual general meetings, and his GM in the 1980s for Reliance was in a football ground, and he said, my purpose is really to win investors' confidence. And And, since then, like there is so creativity and empathy are critical as you go along. And the final thing that I have learned from my father is really the importance of relationship, trust, and loyalty. The whole of Reliance, right now we are hundreds of thousands of people, is one big family. We're not related by birth, but we are really woven together by passion, purpose, and conviction. Right? We have faith in one another. We are loyal to one another of this large Reliance family. And for us, it's always one for all and all for one. And I hope that, a lot of people around the world can relate to this. That's what we believe at Reliance. And, for all of us at Reliance, he will still be the founder. And if we follow his vision in terms of investing, Mark, that brings me to now my questions for you. Mark, what made you believe in